Hello, this is Photography Gamer, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm reviewing Fallout 3 for the Xbox Series S. The game was originally released in 2008 on multiple platforms. Fallout 3 is a post-apocalyptic action role-playing game developed by Bethesda Game Studios. You play as a character born in a nuclear fallout shelter. Once you reach adulthood, you venture forth into the wasteland on an epic quest. So what is the game like to play? Well, you start by creating your own protagonist, and you can choose a variety of visual elements for your appearance. As you grow up, you have the chance to specify your character type by choosing from several different traits. Further to that, leveling up allows you to add new skills to improve your stats in areas such as charm, melee combat, or lockpicking, for example. So once you've finished the extended prologue, you're free to explore the vast open world of Washington DC. But be warned, in the early stages, Fallout 3 is a very challenging affair as you start with basic weapons, armor, and items. To help you on your way, you have a Pip-Boy. The Pip-Boy is a gadget that sits on your wrist and gives you access to maps, available quests, inventory items, weapons, armor, and even some retro radio stations. Combat is aided by the V.A.T.S system. V.A.T.S stops time and allows you to target individual body parts of an enemy. Shoot the head and you might get a critical strike. Shoot the arm holding a gun and you might disarm them, or just take out their legs and finish them off with a melee weapon as they're immobilized. V.A.T.S is a very clever system that essentially allowed the developers to add a light turn-based feel to what is essentially an open 3D world with real-time gameplay. The more you explore, the more hostile encounters you'll have, but this will grant you more looting possibilities. Kill an enemy and you can take their items, weapons, and even armor. Soon enough you'll be wearing a mishmash of armor and carrying a wide array of weapons like pistols, rifles, high-tech energy weapons. In general, I'd say that the combat is handled pretty well and it's got a nice balance between real-time combat and a slower, strategic style. All the weapons have a durability rating and they do degrade fairly quickly, so you will need a backup in case they run out, break, but they can be repaired. Combat aside, my favourite part of Fallout 3 was the freedom of choice. Whether it's the interesting conversations, varied missions, or moments where you have to decide a character's fate, the game never truly backs you into a corner and there's always a sense that you can go your own way, make your own decision, whatever that is. Like you can play the role of a friendly detective, or if that's too time consuming, you can just roam around gunslinging your way to the facts. The choice is yours. Okay, let's talk about the game world itself and the main and side quests. The radiated Washington map is a bleak and desperate wasteland full of super mutants, freaks, and mutated creatures. Radiation is a constant threat, limbs will be broken, alliances will be forged, and despite its emptiness, the game world had some incredibly memorable characters within it. The main story perhaps isn't the strongest part of the game though. For me, it's the game world and the side quests that were so rich that added so much to the overall feeling. Graphically, the game is still pretty good despite its age. The character models and animation perhaps are a bit out of date, but the game world and the overall visual style is very memorable. The sound work in Fallout 3 is truly exceptional, and at the time it set a new benchmark for games. The voice actors are immense, with a vast array of fantastic actors voicing the key roles, with my personal favourite being Liam Neeson. The music is wonderful, whether that's the theatrical score or the old school radio. Also, the dialogue, it's so well written, with really quirky sense of humour running through it. Okay, what's good and what's bad? What's good? The freedom to mould your character is liberating. The game world is full of interesting characters and quests. The V.A.T.S system works well with a kind of light turn-based feel. The sound work is perfection. The writing is intelligent, witty and memorable. And it's a game that gets better the further you delve into it. What's bad? The animation and character models start to look dated after a while, the main quest was perhaps lacking in some departments, and the weapon durability and inventory management does get a bit boring. So what's the verdict? Fallout 3 was a groundbreaking game when it first came out. Today, all these years later, it still stands up as a captivating experience. The characters are fantastic, the writing is superb, and the game world is full of so many interesting elements. Add to that the freedom the game gives you not only to explore at your own pace, but to shape your protagonist in whatever way you please, makes it a really compelling adventure. So if you're a fan of the Fallout games but you've never played Fallout 3, I would strongly recommend it, and it performs pretty well here on the Xbox Series S. So my score for Fallout 3 is 8.7 out of 10. Okay, that was the review. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. This is Photography Gamer signing off. Thank you.